Good evening, everyone. I'm Ricky Troop, and I'm here with the superstar, soulstress singer, Angel A.
Hey, everybody.
Uh, December 2017, Chicago, at Nipsey's, and we'd like to welcome you. Welcome
Thank
to
you.
Chicago.
I feel really welcome here. He's a great host, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm trying to be. So let's start today. So what are some of your biggest influences in the music industry in Chicago? Well, not in Chicago, but here, period.
Well, my influences, of course, come from my childhood. My father is a pastor, and I grew up at a big Baptist church in Detroit, Messiah. Woo! And so I grew up singing in the choir. I grew up playing piano. I grew up directing the choir. So those are my influences. So inside of Detroit, you got Motown, of course, and you got jazz, and you got gospel like never before. Marvin Winans, Clark Sisters, Fred Hammond, and then you've got R&B. You've got Anita Baker. So just all of those people and their sound. Diana Ross. I grew up listening. You know, my mom had her albums, and so I would play that and get the wooden spoon and pretend I was her and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, those are the beginnings of my ear hearing music, and I have to say it's a great beginning.
Okay, well, let me ask you, who's been some of your biggest influences in music?
Outside of the gospels, you know, of course, that I just mentioned, I love Tanya Maria because I love Latin music. I love Anita Baker. I mean, I grew up listening to her. Everybody in Detroit grew up listening to her. I think that I had this moment where a boyfriend of mine introduced me to Chick Corea.
Uh-oh.
And I went to my first Chick Corea concert, and there's another side of my ear that just opened up that day. And I grew to love jazz. Music was changing. I loved Shalimar. And then, you know, like the Planet Rock, all that stuff kind of came in. I like to skate to it, but at that moment I started really listening to jazz. I probably was the youngest girl at all the jazz concerts, at all the George Duke concerts. And so I think at that moment, jazz just sort of opened up for me in my ear, influenced me a lot.
Okay, well, as I know today that you're pretty hot on the soulful house scene. You have some of the hottest tracks that are out today.
Thank you.
And we love you here in Chicago.
I love Chicago.
I know you do. But where did this motivation come from for the house music scene?
Well, you know, I always had intention on at least having some remixes of my originals. I always had that intention before I ever stepped in a studio, learned Pro Tools or anything like that. You know, I had an intention that I would make soul music and that I would look for remixers, or I would want my music to be remixed. So in Detroit, the house scene was very credible in my high school years. And, you know, I'd go to Club 246, and I kind of just got introduced to that. Al Esther would take me to Cheeks, and I got introduced to house. And so what I love about house is that it's a world music. You know, it's a music that has a world stage, and that's very appealing to me as an artist.
All right. your voice is very strong. You know, I kind of put you in the same category with like Sarah Divine, Loretta Holloway. You know, your voice is strong, and I give it to you. I give credit where credit is due.
That's very nice of you to say. Total shout out to like Sarah Divine and Holloway and all of them. Man, pioneers. I appreciate that.
Okay. So with this 2017 coming to an end, how much more can we expect from 2018?
You can expect a lot.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's do it.
You can expect quite a bit. First of all, I'm very excited about the Angel A Unplugged.
You hear that, people? Angel A Unplugged. It's going to be out soon. Make sure you get your copies. It's going to be hot. I got mine out. I have mine already, and it's not even out. So that's some crazy stuff, but we're going to do it anyway.
He's been listening to a sample of what we're doing, because we're not completely finished with that. But the Angel A Unplugged album is my total life mission for 2018. Just really trying to get my voice out. Sometimes from song to song, I sound a little bit different.
Well, speaking from getting your voice out, what makes you different from a lot of the other female artists that are on this scene now?
Well, I think vocally, I have my own sound. And more than just the music, I think it's the lyrical content. My total intention is to be water for somebody's grass. It's a lot of things you can write about. It's a lot of things you can sing about. But my goal in writing and in sharing music is to give you what you need every day. Every day, you need to be encouraged. Every day, you need peace. Every day, you need love. Every day, you need joy. Something you just need.
I get it.
Every day.
I get it.
And so that is my primary focus in writing. It's not just to tell sad songs and sad stories, and but really to speak to somebody's essence. That my music is the music you're gonna play when you got the big interview, or you're struggling to kind of just get up and get moving. I think that of all the things that I could say in music, to encourage somebody's heart is probably the biggest thing that I really want to do. That's what I'm going for.
Oh, wow. An artist with a heart. boy, this is 2017. She's doing it.
I'm trying, y'all.
But let me ask you this question. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that I have a cousin named Dietrich Haddon.
All right,
I heard you guys were back in church together back in the day.
Absolutely. Wow. The Haddons, the whole Haddon family. Oh my gosh, I don't even know where to start. I'll start at gospel skating.
Not gospel skating.
Fall down. It was, I feel the shadow over my head. Listen, we were dancing in the key of life. Steve Arrington. That's where we started.
Okay.
We started on the skate floor. His mom, probably one of the first people to really speak into my life. Sometimes you just, over the years you meet people, you just have a kindred spirit. Their family, a part of my church life. Even past that, when I started singing, I sang with a group. Gerald would travel with us. We were on Ty Scott. We got our record deal here in Chicago. And singing at the New Artist Showcase. Yeah, so way back. And I want to say like maybe 14, We were all on the road,
New
traveling,
artist showcase,
singing.
people. I haven't even heard of that myself. So
Man, okay, so I'm telling my age,
show.
so I'm gonna slow that down. All good, all good. Yeah, good people, good people. Tammy Hatton, good people, good people.
Great,
That's
great,
home. Much love, Detroit.
That's Detroit. This is Chicago, so we're here to make it happen. We're here to make it happen. You know, so let me ask you this question. With all the soulful house, I'm a house head, so let's get that clear. That's why I'm asking all the house questions today. So with all the soulful house tracks that you put out, what is one that you love completely? Your best one?
Well, as an artist, you have the songs that you love, and then there are the songs that the people love. So, very difficult question. It's hard to not say Freedom and Fire right here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with Freedom and Fire because it always seems to speak to people when they hear it. It's gotten old, and you guys still play it. Yay!
Chicago is still playing songs from 40 years ago.
That's so
Which
true.
I'm tired of, but they play them anyway.
That's so true.
Play it again. Play it again.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Freedom and Fire. On the new album, you will hear the original Freedom and Fire. It was originally a soul song, and I'll be recording that.
So who are some of the producers on this current album that you have that's coming out, the new album?
Well, of course, myself. I'm the executive producer of the project. But working with some beautiful people. Working with Neil Conway, who is on the East Coast, and I think you're gonna really like some of the things that he's doing. Working with some Chicago folks, Big Lavender, DJ Seats. You're going to get the opportunity to hear some of what's coming from them. You're going to hear some things from Corey as well. They're putting out some amazing stuff, him and Sean Ali. So you're going to get the chance to hear some of that. Absolutely. Absolutely. And, of course, everybody knows how much I love Jose Carrez. Just my guy,
Jose, can't get enough of your music, man. Keep it coming. We need it here in the States. Keep it coming. Just keep it coming.
Yeah, so you're going to hear some of that. And then some Detroit cats as well. Mike Clark. We're working on a song called Believe. And I'm going to be debuting that in Detroit on the 17th of December. Okay. We'll be at Mix, plug. We'll be at Mix, and so we'll be debuting that and doing a video shoot for that as well. So I'm really excited about the Believe song. It's going to be an uplifting album, and I'll get an opportunity to kind of get all of my voices out. Just really looking forward to that. And I'm going to do a cover. I don't normally do covers, but I'm going to do one, and so be on the lookout for that. All right?
All right. Well, any thoughts for your listeners? The Angel A fans is an angel.
Just want to say thank you so much for supporting the music, and to really be encouraged. I have a song coming out probably in the next 30 days. DeMarcus Lewis and I called "Be Lifted." And really speaking to our community with this song. I want us to be lifted. Don't forget, your dream. Don't forget that you're not your job. You're not what you do. But be true to who you are. Be true to yourself. That's a title cut as well.
Hey.
Be true to yourself. Don't live this whole life and not get out what's really in you. Don't take your purpose to the grave. Get it out.